Well, guys, I think after everything that has happened, May Edochie is actually looking at herself and she's wondering why she got married into this kind of family. Imagine being married in a family whereby your son passes on and your husband's father, Mr. Pete Edochie, says he has always known that intelligent children like Kambili always pass on at a very young age. Is Kambili the only intelligent person in the whole world? There are intelligent children all around the world today. That's something that I don't understand why he said that. And he said that during an interview. Can you imagine? The whole world has gotten to hear Mr. Pete Edochie's part of the story. He was starting from the beginning, he spoke well. Then all of a sudden he said Kambili was intelligent, calm and smart, and that he had achieved so many things within a very short time of being a young child that he once told Yul Edochie that he doesn't like the way Kambili is actually getting or achieving so many things at a young age because he knows that children who are too intelligent, super intelligent like Kambili tend to pass on at a young age. Guys, if you're May and you hear this kind of thing from your father-in-law's mouth, how would you feel? Talking about the fact that he went to a radio station in an interview to say this kind of thing. Nigerians are actually in disbelief right now. I know some of you may have not listened to the interview, but for some of you who don't know, Yul Edochie's child, Kambili passed on at the age of 16. He happens to be Mr. Yul Edochie's first son. Yul Edochie has his first child who happens to be a girl. Her name is Danielle. She's the firstborn. But after Danielle, we have Kambili who unfortunately had passed on. So he was the first son to Mr. Yul Edochie. While in school, after reading all night for his examinations, Kambili went and wrote his exams. He's very intelligent and all the teachers in school know him to be extremely smart. So while he wrote his exams, you know boy children, they love football so much. So he went to play football with his friends when actually he fell and his friends were like, "What's happening, Kambili?" They called for the teachers. The teachers called his family. They took him to the hospital. On their way to the hospital, Kambili had passed on. So they were asking Mr. Pete Edochie, who happens to be a veteran Nollywood actor and father to our actor, Mr. Yul Edochie. Pete Edochie said when he heard they told him about the news of what happened to Kambili in school, they all began praying in the house and they were hoping that Kambili was going to be okay. But unfortunately, Kambili passed on. And then he went ahead to say that they asked him to describe what kind of child Kambili is. And he said Kambili was the reserved child. Among all of Yul Edochie's children, he was a reserved, intelligent, and smart one. That at a very younger age, at a very tender age that he is, just 16, he achieved so many things academically that one day Mr. Pete Edochie said he called Yul Edochie and said, "The way this your child is going and the way he's super intelligent, I have this notion and this belief that children who are super intelligent like this, they pass on at a young age." Why would you say this? Guys, there are so many comments from Nigerians all around the world which I would like you all to listen to. There is this one I saw on Opera. Somebody was saying that, why would you say this to your own grandchild? Remember, that's prophecy. So many things you say come to pass. Another person was like, why did you make the last statement? Why would you say that this child would pass on because he is so intelligent? Is he the only one in the whole world? Guys, personally, I think the same thing too. Why would you say this about your grandson? There are smart children in the US. There are children in the UK who are extremely intelligent. Why have they not passed on? I'm beginning to think that everybody, there are so many things involved in this child's passing on than what we think. Well, guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Because since when Kambili passed on, Yul Edochie is someone who has money. His family and himself had decided to find out what genuinely happened to Kambili because Kambili is a child that has always been feeling okay. He has been fine. Everything has been fine with him. So for him to just pass on in school just like that is something that his family could not understand. And guys, for some of you who don't know, the police is actually looking into all this issue. So Mr. Pete Edochie has actually also been taken for questioning. That happened several weeks, few days, after his second wife, we're talking about Yul Edochie's second wife, Judy Austin, was also taken for questioning. The fact that Mr. Pete Edochie made this comment in that interview has made so many Nigerians to say that he should be kept there for a long time and they should make sure that they interview him properly because there is no way your grandson is going to pass on, and you is part of the family and you're supposed to feel touched about it. You come online and say that some super intelligent children are meant to pass on this early. But guys, let me talk about the fact that this is not the first man I'm hearing this from. I've heard this from several people's mouths. I mean, while growing up, I've heard this from my grandma. She said people who are smart, people who are intelligent, they always pass on at a very young age. Yes, that's what she said. But guys, this is not something for you to say right now while everybody around the world. Imagine people who are not even close to Yul Edochie, people who are not even close to May. They have this way they feel. They can't even put themselves in the family shoes. Then imagine how much of you, who is part of that family, you're supposed to feel the way the fans are feeling. Some Nigerians are still in disbelief. You guys do not believe that. Whenever I post some videos about this, some people still ask if it is true. I'm sorry guys, but it is true. Kambili has passed on. So imagine fans feeling this way so much so that they are praying that this is not true. Then you, the head of the family, the father, because everyone looks up to Pete Edochie. He's the head of the family. This man is 76 years. He's 76 years. Everybody is looking up to him. Then for him to come to a social media and talk about the fact that he's not surprised that Kambili passed on, because children of this age who are extremely smart and have achieved so much tend to pass on at a very tender age. Come on now. Come on. Why would Nigerians not drag you? Why would Nigerians not think some kind of things about you? I mean, there are certain things that when you say, it makes people automatically be like, what? Did this man really say this? Did this man really say this? Because among all the times, he has so many children. But the person he's so close to is Yul Edochie. He's always posting Yul Edochie, always talking some things about Yul Edochie. And guys, in Nollywood, we know that Yul Edochie took after his father's steps. So guys, if it's me, if you want to ask my opinion, these Nollywood actors, these celebrities, some of them know. Some of them, all these things that are happening, they know. They just try to make as if they don't know. Some of them know what they have done. You understand what I'm trying to say, guys? Some of them actually know. So some of them are just trying to like, oh, I don't know, my child has passed on, I don't feel good. Some of them know. Some of them know. For Pete Edochie to say this thing, Nigerians are dragging him. You all can go to his page. You'll see how Nigerians are talking about it. People are like, really? So you're talking about intelligence. Have you seen intelligent children in America? Have you seen smart children in the US? Have you seen smart children in France, in Europe? Have you ever heard that some of those smart children just passed on like that just for being smart? The only person I actually feel for is May. I'm sure so many things are going through May's head right now, because Pete Edochie openly accepted Judy Austin after he knows how long May has been there with Yul Edochie. May stood by Yul all these years. Pete Edochie has made peace with Judy Austin just like that. Well guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe if you haven't yet done so.